Hey everyone, now let's talk about it something. So, how I improve my communication skills. I'm working on Gemini and told her just please act as a psychologist or even a communication expert to tell me where I go wrong and how should I improve my English. Not English, how should I improve my communication skills. Now we started to learn how to communicate, how to improve. Okay, the whisper articulation drill. Whisper sentence with extreme exaggerated mouth and lips movement. It forces your mouth to work harder to make sounds clear, which drastically cuts down on mumbling and sharpening previous sounds like sh when you speak normally. Okay, just note it down the whisper articulation drill. Second one is the link builder, 1 minute pitch, the thought grouping pause, the half speed pace, the script to speech conversion. Okay, fine. And also give me all also three exercises you mentioned earlier, like noun correction and sentence etc. Whatever it is, tell me all three exercises also. Oh, got it. The seven, the noun verb replacement drill, the noun correction, the sentence elastic expansion and contraction, the synonym chain. Like what the hell it is? The six articulation fluency drills. Now we have now you have the completed toolkit, the six articulation fluency drills, these three language structure exercises. That's okay, but I don't like this. I think so. I will share my screen, Gemini screen also. Then you friendly and easily understand. So it gives me a six, the whisper articulation drill, a whispering sentence with extreme exaggerated mouth and lips movement. Sometimes we started like she, sha, she, woo, this type of movements. So for improving these drills, sometimes, and there are a lot of terms, a lot of types you just speak. Like I spend time with talking to you and talking. I only making a video. Just take an example. Then I used z, sentence, 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 a lot of voice. So whisper articulation drill improves this type of problems in your communication. The link builder, a connection the last word with one sentence smoothly into the beginning on the next sentence. 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 You just clearly say a sentence. A sentence. Sentence. A sudden. A sudden. These type of the problems we have. A choppy break. How it helps. It train your brain to create a smooth, continuous stream of speech instead of letting you stuck on a word and stumbling. Okay, the link will help to improve my connection between the words and the things. I just want to say something, a line, a sentence, and when completed a sentence, I don't know. I really forget about what the next sentence I started. To improve this communication, this practice helps me to improve this type of problems and overcome this type of whatever problems happens. The 1 minute pitch. 1 minute pitch is one of the best exercise that I used. Sharing a complete thought, like a lesson from your entrepreneur journey, blah 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 blah. What it is, sharing a complete thought, like a lesson from your entrepreneur journey with a strict timer. Okay, the 1 minute rich, 1 minute pitch, not a rich. The 1 minute pitch is you tell the all the thoughts, just compress them and make a single short form content, a short form sentence, or even a short story, and you tell them in a 60 seconds with fluency, without problem, without mistake. This is a 1 minute pitch. It helps me actually when I tell a story and I have a story like a long story and I have only 1 minute, 30 seconds or 60 seconds to record a video. I got a lot of problems how I record this, and I mentioned a lot of things in a video. Instead of important thing, I used a lot of variables and useless things. So for overcome this problem, this exercise helps me. The thought grouping pause. Speaking is a short cluster of 4 to 6 words. Then take a deliberate silent pause before. Yeah, that's the basic need for me. The thought grouping pause. Sometimes I speak and I'm talking continuously with fluency. Blah 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 blah. Speaking in a short cluster of 4 to 6 words, then taking a deliberate sentence pause. Just continue without any pause, without any silence. That's looking professional. To the third dropping fog, that's nice. Space, the half speed pace, deliberately speaking at half your usual speed, stretching your vowel slightly as you talk. Yes, it is also helpful for me. Sometimes not every time. Still now, I speak as fast as possible, just like a bullet train. Deliberately speaking at half your usual speed. Instead of this, I should deliberately speaking at half of your usual speed, stretching out your vowels and slightly as you talk. This looks impressive and this looks understanding to others. And it is easy to understand when you speak uh, with silence in space and the minimalistic speed, not at a bullet train and whatever. How it helps. When you slow down your mouth, it gives you racing through a chance to catch up. Yeah, when you slow down your mouth, it gives you racing through a chance to catch up, which instantly stops you from tripling and stumbling over the words. Yeah, that's no. Sometimes I also triple and stumble the words. The script is speech conversion. Writing down your own thought first, short story, as I mentioned earlier. Yeah, I mentioned earlier that I write a short story and then I give to Gemini. Tell me something about where the problem is, vocabulary, nouns, etc. The bridge gap between imagination and speech because the word already chosen on the paper, you can focus on blah 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 blah. I read as fast as possible. I think so. Being so fast is a very impressive, but not. Give a pause. Give a silence between your topics, between your sentence, and especially emphasize your special words. Don't rush. If you rush, you lost your flow and you lost your attention. The noun verb replacement. Still, actually, this is the first exercise that I do when I started a communication improvement. What is this? A communication improvement. I tell you, a skill, a strategy, a self development. What is this? When I improve my communication skills, what comes under it is a self development skill or a personal branding, whatever it is. I don't know. I don't care. I just make a video, record myself for learning these skills and upload. Because your personal brand is your instrument. You are the only one in the planet. Not everyone likes you. Yeah, many of the people are similar to your hobbies, similar to your attitude, similar to your ambitions, etc. But not you. You are one and the only person. Everybody has one and the only person as available or even present in the earth, and they have a unique perspectives, unique ambitions, unique things. So why don't know why people are saying this? Just copy this strategy to make your personal brand. Personal brand is like you have own instrument, just play with your own thoughts, play with your own vision, and whatever it is, if you think you develop your fate, you develop your vision, you develop your mindset, just play according to your rules. It is not a verified rule, you just play with like this and without this, nothing matters. Your instrument, your play doesn't matter. Okay, the noun verb replacement drill, the first exercise that I do when I started communication classes or even communication skills, self development about communication. Taking a basic sentence and forcing yourself to change the noun or verb instantly to more specific. Okay, I do this in the last two, three, four, no, last week. It directly tackle the problem of having an imagination feeling but not knowing the perfect word. This is also the problem. Actually, I have a lot of problem. When I research a lot, then I found I have a lot of problems. Then I find out if I never research about my problem. Suppose I have a communication problem, I don't communicate properly with the international peoples, etc., or even the national peoples, I am not properly communicated. Even a video call, voice call, even a Zoom meetings, often deals I am not properly communicated properly. Then I think so. I worked on my communication skill, and then I find out a lot of problems occurs when I speak, when I think about my thought, my sentences, etc. I got a lot of problems. And how crazy you are when you got to research about your dreams, about your problems, about your ambitions, what you achieve, you research and then you achieve a high success rate. It is only because you research. Research gives you a vitality, a vast description about your problems, success rate, and also possibilities, everything, even a probabilities, it is successful or not. Without research, this is just an imagination, only a vision you think, you do, without know the problem, without know the solution, nothing else, nothing happens. A single line, that is, if you do a same task with consistency 100 times, repeat the exact same task without know why it is not succeed. If the task is 100% correct, it is succeed in the first time. If not, there are something problem having. And you never find out a problem, just repeated the same task again and again and you thought you succeed. Suppose even 1,000 times you try, then a single time you succeed by chance or even luckily you succeed. But if you're going through with a high speed, you know exactly what the problem is and then find a solution, then repeat the same task. The sentence elastic expansion and contraction. Taking a very short, simple sentence. Example, I started a business. I'm sketching it out by adding details. I'm 11th grade, stay despite. Okay, but it is my problem. Then why give me this? This is your stupidity about Gemini. Exactly, it is a problem that I occurs, and I just want to tell you to solve this. Instead of this, you give me exact exercise to what the hell it is. It improves your control over sentence structure. It teach you how to build a proper sentence layout. Yeah, that's nice. When you don't know about the whole story and you give a conclusion in the middle of that, that's the insane level of whatever word you say. Let's do it. At starting point, I do this. I corrected my nouns, I corrected my vocabularies, I improved my sentence structure, how to build a sentence from even a short, I'll single line comment, a single line sentence, then correct this and find the object and find the main emphasized word. I, Noun correction. I will give you a simple sentence that uses a weak watch word like thing or stuff. Your job is to replace that watch with a specific perfect noun that fits in an entrepreneur's journey. When I was in 11th class, I had a great thing in my mind. Replace the word thing with better noun. Okay, that is noun correction. You choose the perfect word that fits according to the situation. If you don't research about it, you just learn from the books or even having a script or even a whatever you say, you go to Gemini, Google, and you read a description, even a page title, or even whatever it is saying. I don't know the exact word is when you open the Wikipedia and you read the whole paragraph, what it says. I don't know. I forget about this. Who cares? Just sentence correction, fixing the structure. It gives you a sentence that is messy grammar or words out of order, the exact kind of mistake that happens when your thoughts are racing faster than your mouth and you don't have a voice to don't have a ear. I don't know how to build a sentence. I say I don't have a ear. What it means? I don't have a ear in my mouth, in my lungs. I learned this. Here is a sentence that you tangled up. My first mistake in business was very big, but I learned from this struggle a lot. What the nonsense? Why does not give me a correct reply with a correct version? First correct version. I do even a week later when I forget about this. If you don't continue about or don't do the same thing a repeatedly continuous movement or even a consistency, you forget about all the things that you learn. That's the mistake that I do. Even a week or even a 7 to 10 days, I do all the exercises and improve my English and sound correction. No, sorry, sentence correction, noun correction, even the short sentences, whatever it is. I learn this and make something better. Not I am saying perfect, something better. But now I forget about all of this. I know it is not a perfect sentence. Okay, tell me something. It's right, not wrong, whatever it is. Continue, continue, continue. Why it is loading? Okay, that is massive improvement. That is so crazy. Why you connected the thought beautifully? You just to polish it and make it grammar perfectly clean. You need to add a couple of small words like the and my. I made the biggest mistake in my business and learned a lot of from my struggle. Okay, that's right. That's fine. Short sentence, keeping it punchy. The punchy sentence is also important. When you tell a story or share something, your experience, your journey, if you don't mention a punch line in the sentence, even a between a sentence, nobody thinks about it. Why these people are talking to or telling a story, nothing else. If you don't exactly put the punch line in the middle of the sentence or even a story, because a punch sentence build a curiosity and give up, and I also hit to the mind of the customers or even the listeners. When we got nervous, we tend to make sentence too long. Yeah, when we got me also, when we got nervous, I use a lot of unuseful words in a sentence and make a sentence bigger than bigger, which causes us to stumble. Yeah, in this exercise, the goal is to share a big idea into a short, punchy sentence, 6 words or less than per sentence. Try to tell me about your dream, your business, your school, but break it down three separate, very short sentence. I speak as fast as just complete the thing, but again, try to tell me about try to tell me about your dreams or your business when you are in school, but break down into a three separate, very short sentences. That's nice. Give it a shot. A three separate, very short sentence. Tell me dream on your business when you are in school. When I am in school, I start. Okay, 11th class. Just write something. Which class I dream about a biological scientist, a biotechnology technology, a scientist that play with the DNAs. Scientist with DNA and something else. Wait, just over this, and we continue this again after tomorrow. So have a nice day, everyone.